everyone, this is Domina Mara and welcome back to my channel. If you have seen my previous videos, you know that I've had this piece of art for a very long time, since my birthday, but I have had a whirlwind of getting this into these frames, and now I can finally say that they're done. But before we get into who made these beautiful portraits and why, go ahead and click the subscribe button, turn on notifications by clicking that bell so that you know when I have new collabs like this coming out. I post a new video every Saturday at 1 p.m. Pacific time, or a live stream. Go ahead and follow my Instagram and Twitter at mara.com for daily news and updates. And don't forget, I also have 3 membership tiers here on YouTube, as well as a second channel. Alright, so this portrait was the first portrait that I had commissioned by Perverted Purveyor, and he's a new Kingster that's been up and coming. He's still very new, so he doesn't have a lot of followers, but I saw his work. I just connected with him and I felt like I had to have one. And I originally bought the Step On Me portrait, which is going to be shown in my room, of a woman's high heel shoe on a man's lips and chin. And I just thought that his work was so beautiful, and so we decided to talk more about creating a portrait for me. I told him that I wanted to be in some sort of mansion mixed with like a little bit of a throne room flair, dressed in leather, and I wanted to have a little servant girl cleaning the floors around me, and I think he did a great representation. He started out with thumbnails, and then eventually, we talked a little bit more on how I wanted to stylize it and have it be, just the pencil and black and white, and I think it turned out beautifully. Also, here's the process of me actually mounting these frames and taking old frames that had other artwork in it to feature these new beautiful artworks. Okay, so during the pandemic, I got these dressers and these frames with flowers in them. I have 2 of them. But as you can see, it's not taken care of. That's probably why it was free, honestly. But I really love the mat inside, and that's kind of the most expensive thing besides printing. And so we're gonna remove it, sand this, clean that, because these apparently were outside for a while. Look at that. And then I'm going to spray paint them new. Alrighty, something that I'm noticing that's a problem. I was gonna just take the frames out, but it looks like it was professionally done because it's got stamps by the person who actually probably made the art. And so I'm gonna have to cut through this if I really want to change everything. It's just gonna be a little bit of a pain, which is probably why nobody wanted it. This is gonna take a while. Alright, take it out. Okay. That was kind of a pain. These were in the way, but you know what? We did it. So, gonna flip this over. So we just put these on, and it's stuck now, so turn it on. That'll be the sanding. Ready. Taking a little bit too much off the switching grit. They are really cheap. So it's smooth and nice, rather nice. You're going into a trunk over there. So as I was moving here, I broke the freaking glass of the second one. I knew it was too easy. So if I want to use it, I'm going to have to get another glass.
The second time is always so much faster and easier because you learn from the first time. Yay, we finished! Woohoo! After using an air pressurizer to dust off all the wood and wiping it down with a microfiber cloth, we headed to Michael's. Michael's is where I actually got my glass replacement UV standard edition, as well as seeing what they could do about the prints that were stuck to the mats.
Oh, hey. Mary Vincent Bertrand. Sounds German. I'm gonna try getting these replaced because these staples were not the business. We had to use pliers for them and they were so hard. What do you call that machine?
I don't know.
Megan, who was helping us, took a screenshot of the product that they were using. They were so helpful and sweet.
This is Megan. She's been awesome. She's in the framing department as well as Eric. Get in here, bro. I mean, he's helped me find stuff. They told me what the tools they use are. They're at the Michael's Studio City and they've helped me with all the framing. Thank you all. I'm back home and this poor thing is so messed up, but hopefully if anybody else wants to use it, it is printed directly on here and they can put another mat on it to, you know, whatever. I tried to preserve it because it is pretty, but it's not my style. What I'm gonna end up doing is I'm going to mask this off. So I'm going to end up painting this part, I believe, red, and then this part gold. So it's like just a touch of gold. And then the outside is gonna be gold as well. Or should I do gold and red? Nah, because gold is gonna transition better to this. And it'll be sandwiched with this. That's the plan.
I love this thing so much because it has goggles and the filtration system all in one. I'm gonna use this paint and primer to go over the wood so that it soaks into the wood and has an even coat. And then I'm gonna do gold on top of it.
One down where they want to go. Totally sliced my hand open while moving the glass, so I'm gonna have to take care of this first.
Ran out of the first paint, the paint and primer, so I have this one. It says it's a versatile surface. Hopefully it does the job too before I use the gold.
And next up we got gold.
Alright. Part 2. I think I'm going to finish this whole thing on 2 frames, so let's do it. I actually don't think I need another coat. This looks pretty good. I don't even know if I need to seal it. Check out my blood stain down. I'm sealing over it. Nobody will know except you.
Alright, so I have a little bit of acrylic left for both gold and red. This is my paintbrush and we'll get started. Alright, so I'm gonna actually start out with the inside one first because I feel like I can even open it. I might use the cap because I feel like if I make a mistake, I should be taping this off, but I'm not. I like to live dangerously. Not really, but yeah, I feel like I could just clean it up after if I need to, maybe with like a cotton swab. But actually it's going on pretty nice. Could have also done it with a marker, but I have a feeling this is probably better and more efficient. It might last longer. So the whites aren't staying too white on the edges, but I
think I'm just gonna like cover over them with red because this is cool and everything, but it's not as neat as I would like, so that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, just look at the difference between the two already. I just painted one of them red, and that was the previous one. This looks dead. I mean, yes, matches that, but like, look at the pop of color. It looks so good. It's got the Louboutin vibes. I was gonna paint the inside gold, but I almost wanna do black now because it looks good and it's already dark. Let's test a corner. I was gonna do a test side by side of red and gold and then white and gold, but I really like how this is looking right now, so I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna marker the inside black. I was gonna lacquer it to make it shiny like this one, the paint, but let's see. I get a cleaner finish like this and more control. So let's see how this goes. Honestly, since it's the one that's on the inner one, I'm not mad about it. It's just making it darker. Yeah, I'm gonna continue like this. I don't know many DOMs that are gonna showcase them in their living rooms doing DIYs, but a lot of DOMs do stuff on their own, and it's pretty amazing what they can accomplish. They just don't necessarily document all of it, and it's a shame because I try to go in and document all the play spaces because I think it's amazing what you could do. Also, this is really therapeutic, so I'm just gonna turn on some music and I'll show you the final result after this. So that took me about an hour, and look, it's so much more elegant than using something like that. Ooh, I can't wait to put this all together. Also because the print is, you know, a charcoal, graphite, and red, so it's gonna match.
So since this project took literally half a year to complete because I was waiting for glass, and then I had other projects and other collaborations that I wanted to finish up, and it was just a whirlwind towards the end of the last year, I actually don't just have one portrait, but two. So Perverted Purveyor has gifted me one for Christmas, and he asked me what kind of portrait I wanted, and I said, well, I needed a landscape version in addition to the portrait style that I already had commissioned. And he said, well, why don't I create a theme of you like going out and have it be more of like a goddess figure? And I love that. So I was like, okay, so sticking with the mansion theme, put me in this dramatic house with amazing lighting coming from above, and we'll go from there. And he indeed did it. The previous mats were glued to the flower prints, but for mine, I wanted it to be taped on so that I could easily change it out if I needed to, or just be more conscientious of not having to rip the print in the future. While I was at Michael's, Eric also gave me a couple of hooks to screw onto the back of one of my frames since I was doing landscape. Both of the flower portraits are portrait size, and so I was just gonna run a artist wire all the way through the length of one of the frames so that I could hang it horizontally instead. Shout out to my pup who always helps me with the handiwork. Also, on a side note, to go back to the mats that were super glued to the prints, because it was so humid over the summer, it actually helped detach some of the glue that was holding the mats in place. I also just want to give a shout out to the framing team at Michael's one more time, because they have also cut out custom cardboard so that I could have new backing for my prints, and they will stay flush to the glass as they are hanging instead of wobbling all over the place. Ugh, these new staples are everything. They were just so easy to bend. The only issue is that they can only be bent 2 to 3 times pretty hard until, you know, they'll break off eventually and you'll have to replace them with a new staple gun press. After installing all of the prints, it is time to clean off all those fingerprints on the glass with some handy dandy glass cleaner and a microfiber cloth. After doing that to both, it's time to clear out the temporary art that's hanging on the wall, so to speak, and to measure both heights so that they are somewhat even around the corner. Tell me this doesn't look good. It's so awesome. I am so happy with this, and I hope Perv is pleased as well. And here she is in all of her glory. I am just so proud of this piece, as well as my portrait one. I just feel like his work just keeps getting better and better with time. And so, yeah, go ahead and follow, subscribe to him too. He well deserves it. Don't mind me, I'm just gushing over this beautiful art. I'm so excited. I hope you guys are excited too. Comment below if you would love a portrait from him one day.
All right, everyone, so if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it so that other people can learn more about Perverted Purveyor's work. Go ahead and click his link on the description box below. It'll take you to his Etsy store with other customs and commissions that he's done for other people. Subscribe and click the notification bell. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Mara Domina for daily news and juicy updates. And I will catch you next time. Keep it kinky, everyone.